everyone.
Hello, guys. Oh my goodness.
We are back to you.
Yes,
today.
It's our section. You know what it is all about. It's keeping tracks with the
Browns,
Browns.
your life-changing podcast.
Okay,
Yes.
guys, how are you all doing? I hope you're doing great. Okay, but you guys can't forget what we always do before we start. We want to thank God for keeping us alive because we can't do without that.
Exactly.
Okay, that is the way we think. Sorry if you don't understand that, but that's the way we roll. Okay. Okay, guys.
Oh yeah, you know, Anita. Actually, today it's sunny.
Oh, don't tell me that.
Imagine I was putting this on. I almost wanted to go back and take it, take it off and change. But I was.
Well, you know what?
The weather was.
Don't try Irish weather because you can't say. It might be raining now, and the next time it's just sunny.
Exactly. Exactly. But we are just enjoying the weather out there for the moment, anyway.
Yes, exactly. No, we're getting into summer.
Yes, guys.
All right, guys. Now it's time to get right into it. Okay.
Yes.
So we've got a topic, very interesting topic today. Chishi, what do you have to say?
Today we're talking about relationship matters. Actually, one of our listeners sent us this question. You know, as always been saying that we always tell you guys to give us whatever you want us to discuss
about.
Yeah. So always send us an email and so I got this from one of our listeners.
Yes.
And she said that she was actually wondering, but because of the experience that she had, she was asking to know, why would somebody prefer to be single over having a relationship? So it's about relationship matters today.
Oh my goodness. Yes. When you talk about relationship, that just jiggles, to me, like everybody's ears, everybody just want to know more about that.
Exactly.
Because it's just what is all bringing us together in this world.
Exactly. Because it's either you have an experience, or you had anything, but maybe you had experience from someone. Or so there is always something about relationship. Yes,
you're right. You're right, Chichi,
because relationship is not all about just maybe with significant other or other people. Even right in our families.
Yes. Tell me more about that.
Exactly.
We talk about that. And girl, whatever you are, I hope you're listening. Okay, so we are here to give you what we know about it. And guys, don't forget, feel free. Okay, down the comment section, you could just air your view and tell us what you think about this topic. Remember, we are all here to learn.
Yes, and remember, we always put our poll on Spotify, so
you can watch
tell us about this episode, what you like about it, what you want us to improve on it. Okay, without much
if you leave us here, we are going to just continue. So let's get right into it. Okay.
Yes. So the question again is, why would somebody prefer to be single over having a relationship?
So Shishi, we have to start from you.
Oh yes.
Let's start with you.
We talk about what I think it should come first with what the person actually wants in life. Someone what they want in life. Is it for, like, are they talking about relationship of going into a relationship for the lifetime, or just for the moment? Like, what exactly does the person, I think that's the question I'm going to put there.
Okay.
Does the person
actually want
at that present time? Yes. So that is where I'm coming from.
Okay.
Yes. But I would say that for that particular question about relationship, why would someone want to be
alone
on their own? Yes. I think the reasons will be countless if we start saying that.
Yes. I feel like I want to even start, but let's just continue. Okay, now I want to say mine. I think I will first of all talk about experience.
Good.
Oh my goodness. Experience. You want to define experience. The definition doesn't really come in one way.
Yes.
A lot of things we can say experience might be the events or the circumstances we have witnessed in life.
Exactly.
Yourself, in family, with friends, relations,
As far as someone is existing in this life, you have an experience.
Yes.
It's either within you or outside you. You see,
it can be sweet, it can be sour.
Yes.
So it depends.
And it can be a lesson too.
Yes. And guys, we have different types of relationship. Different types of experiences. Okay, so It can be from our past experience.
Yes.
It can actually also be from the recent one that we are in, or personal encounter, or actually from people around us,
Yes.
family and friends.
Yes,
Okay?
yeah.
And
So
with that,
it depends on where you got your experience. So how does it relate to why would someone want to be alone?
okay.
Yes.
Relating that to that question is actually very simple. It depends on what they want. Would they want to continue based on the experience they've had from whether relationship or the way they, where they acted, the way they have been treated from people, family, friends. Okay, so that can actually lead in that person making a decision to rather stay alone, to decide to stay alone rather in being in a relationship.
Yes.
That does not mean that the person is no more available to try another time.
Yes.
But maybe at that moment, they might decide to, okay, do you know what? I've had enough of this. I want to just be alone. Okay, so we can't just say it's got a window time or a window period.
Yeah, so it depends on the person's experience and what they actually want at that time.
Yes,
yes,
you're right.
Yes.
Okay, so it's all about the moment, the decision. Okay, a personal decision, what the person is going through, depending on the experience they've had.
Yeah,
So
but I think that is true anyway. Yeah, in some aspects, I think maybe some people haven't. If we're talking about relationship, maybe in the aspect of having a significant other,
Yes.
or having going into relationship like kind of partnership relationship,
cohabiting or just.
So if we're not like apart from the family aspect, so if we are putting it like that, I think sometimes maybe someone might decide they haven't actually started a relationship, but they maybe because of what they had, or how the experience, as you said, how they see
they might be scared to try
other relationships going.
Yes,
so
and they will think I'd rather remain
yes
on my own alone, to bear my cross alone.
I think that is actually part of me
Yes.
too. Like
Yes.
like I personally myself. So sometimes I always want to like, okay, so for me, I don't think this is going to be just going to turn out something good, because I don't want, maybe I'm looking at what other people have gone through, or some of my friends that I know.
Experience is the best issue.
Yeah, so it's the experience. Sometimes I don't just want that.
Okay.
I just wanted to like just stay on my own. Yeah, stay on my own.
Okay,
so
that might be a very meaningful excuse.
yeah, I think it's for
you.
someone else there too. So I'm
Okay.
talking of experience.
Yes.
So someone else too might think about that.
Yes.
They might not have tried relationship, but or maybe they might have tried like
Yes.
giving it a little, like, okay, all these things I'm talking about relationship, let me just give it a little try. Maybe just one of the experience will
Makes
scared.
them-
Yeah, the person will be
scare
scared.
them away.
Yeah. So
Okay.
there are a lot of things there to talk about.
Okay, so
that
what else do you think,
experience.
Chichi?
What I would say, a reason for someone to stay single over relationship would be freedom.
Oh, that's a
Yeah,
good point.
yeah.
That's another good point.
Exactly.
Freedom. I want my space. So let's hear more from you.
Exactly. Now, when we talk about freedom, what do we actually? What does
Freedom
mean to us? You see, I would say freedom is for you. You have the right. You have the power to
Make
to
decisions.
to speak, to act, and to think how you want it.
Have your quiet time.
Exactly.
Without somebody encroaching in your space.
Exactly. So yeah, there's not freedom, and I think when you talk about freedom and happiness go hand in hand.
Yes,
you
yes,
see.
yes.
So because if you have your freedom, you don't have anything that is affecting you, that is encroaching in your freedom. So you'll be happy.
Yes.
Exactly.
Do your things at your own time.
Oh, yeah,
without somebody bossing you around.
Exactly. It just
but you know that freedom might get some like limits. There's always a limit to something.
Exactly. Yeah.
So we can't just have that whole freedom, because if we say everybody's just going to have that freedom, I know you're relating that when it comes to someone, rather choosing to be
on their
own.
Yes.
Instead of mingling with people, they don't want anybody to boss them around. They just want their space. They just want that freedom, and they might say, okay, I'm going to stick to this freedom because with this I'm going to have less drama.
Yeah.
I'm going to make my decisions.
Exactly.
Whether I fail or not, I bear the consequence.
Exactly. But one thing about freedom is that if you are single, you have your freedom. You're able to dream your dreams.
Yes.
Yeah.
Carry it out.
You are able to
fulfill them.
Yes. Dream your dreams and able to make contact of how you want it or how you want to align your destiny.
Yes.
So no one is there to
boss you
around or tell you what you can do or what
not.
You cannot do.
Yes, you're right.
They are making decisions because I think I was reading an article from Chicago Tribune.
Okay.
Let me just, because I put it down somewhere.
Okay.
And it says there was one finding.
Okay.
I think two findings about what they said for freedom. And they then said about freedom and people being single.
Okay.
And they said number one is that people who are happily single cherish their time alone.
Oh.
Their solitude time alone. Yeah. So they said that they use it to restore their energy and pursue their passion. It's just like what we were saying.
Yes.
So that solitude, that moment of solitude, you have it on your own.
Oh, can I say something?
Yeah.
I think I'm beginning to agree with you because I am speaking out of experience. For me, I've been into a relationship before. I've been there before, and some of the experience I had then wasn't really, I thought it was actually good for me, but looking at that now back after what you just read now is beginning to dawn on me that okay, even though I've been alone on my own self trying to, at least I was able to achieve my childhood dream.
You see,
rather than when compared to when I was in that relationship or marriage, whatever you call it. So I had so many things bothering me.
Exactly, Anita, you remember that is true because you recently was it last year?
Yes, I just recently graduated from my LLB. Yeah.
So
it's my childhood dream, and I'm proud of that. I couldn't actually achieve that while I was in marriage.
You see?
I would say that because I had a lot of things.
Yes.
But that does not mean that while you're still in a relationship, whether marriage or just a significant other, you cannot be able to achieve what you want to achieve. But it all boils down to the people that we are relating with.
Exactly.
There are people that are there to help you uplift and achieve your dream and support you.
Exactly.
While some people are there to tear you down. So for your mental health and your psychological being, you have to put all these things in order. And you still have to put your hopes together to make sure that everything works out for you. Okay, and that is my hope. I'm not giving up.
All
right, okay. I might still find something very good.
Exactly, and there's another one. They said the findings.
Yeah.
They talked about that being single. They said those that are single in their solitude time, that they have freedom to attend to people who matters most in their lives. You see,
now I have so much time for my grandmom. I have so much time for my loved ones around.
Exactly.
Even friends calling on me to ask me some questions. Like when I was just there in the relationship, I was like, okay, let me just do something before I know what's happening. I'll end up not even answering them or attending to them.
Yes.
But now I'm able to even though in my busy schedule, I still have time to answer them and try my best to see what I can do to them. It might not be perfect, but at least I have a time. At least I can schedule things on my own, run around. Even if I didn't meet up, nobody's going to blame me. Hey, come here, you couldn't do this, I'm going to do this to you. But now I can still cry my eyes out if I miss out an appointment. I said, okay, I might still make it up to myself because I know I can do this on my own without being bossed around. You know what I mean? So
you're talking about getting in contact with those that matters with you.
Yes.
I could remember vividly. I think one of my friend or two two of them, like in different occasions, they are married, and they said to me, we are discussing something and how life existence and so life experiences. So they were like, one of them said, could you imagine, like, could you believe this, that even when I want to talk to my family members or my friends, my husband doesn't want me to do that. Anytime that she picks up phone, the man is uncomfortable.
Yes.
You see? So it's a kind of
that space is not there for you to relate with your loved ones.
This is the people that you have always been with.
Yes.
Yeah, before you even like got married or
into a
committed into a relationship. So for someone else there coming there to dictate for you what you have to do and people that you have to contact or not. I mean, it's not about like if you are someone is not there to like tell you like if you are having a bad relationship or so, that something that is a threat to your life that they can't actually suggest to you. But it's not like
being in control.
Yeah, in control. But the husband as himself, nobody stops him from doing his own thing. Contacting his people or talking to his friend. You can even
when
be
it
on
gets
phone.
to your turn, he will be like, no, enough of this thing.
So I think it's kind of domineering.
It's naturally in
domineering and manipulative
attitude.
So it's a kind of
narcissist.
So we
I get you. Okay, so moving on, we are also going to talk about independence.
Wow.
Okay.
It goes down to freedom too.
It's connected to freedom because you want to be independent on your own. You don't just want, like, you want to spend your money. You want to go to holidays, travel where you want to.
Nobody's going to question you, how much do you remove from this account?
Did you tell me before removing this?
Or forcing you for a joint account when you actually don't want it. You see?
Yes. There are a lot of, you're making your own self decisions. Sometimes it might still not really be, there are two sides of life.
Exactly, yeah.
Sometimes that independent, you might want to just because you want to be alone rather than being in a relationship so that you can be independent on yourself, without just getting anybody telling you what to do or where to go or what to eat, on how to sleep and wake up, or not to drink this water or not to go and visit your loved ones or visit your families, spend your own money. Okay, without being asked, this kind of a thing. But at the same time, that might actually still be another good way for you to be, choosing to be single rather than being in a relationship.
Yes. So it's when you are free to do your own wills.
Yes, your own thing.
No one is dictating your destiny for you.
Yes.
So it's in your hands.
Yes.
So you do what...
It still has to be, got to do with your own experience and what life has actually taught you.
Yes.
You can make your own decisions. You can do your own thing. Like,
think your own thinking.
Do your own thing and
have
your own way.
Thoughts on your things.
Be your own boss. But remember another thing. Sometimes we can't just be all on ourselves. There will come a time in life when we will need somebody.
I agree with you. Like, for example, everyone, you can't. There is a name in Igbo.
Yes.
It says
Igbo
language. It says Somadina, like meaning that only me will not be alive.
Yes.
Yeah. Each and every one of us, like being, we need people around us. It's either you have your family, you have your loved ones, you are going into a relationship. You actually need someone.
You actually. So you can't just be alone forever. Okay. So Chishi, what's another point?
I think another reason that can come into why someone would want to stay single is some people might want to avoid conflict and drama.
That's true.
Yes, conflict and drama.
That's a good reason.
Yeah.
Yes.
You see, what when we talk about conflict, what do we mean? Like very argument. You having argument, like disagreement that sometimes. Okay, let me just put it like this: that even if you have an agreement, but like conflict is something that is inevitable.
Yes.
You see?
Yes. Unavoidable.
You can't avoid it.
Yes.
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
In our families.
Yes.
At the workplace.
Yes.
Even within us.
In community.
Internal.
Even within
external.
ourselves. Yes.
Exactly. So conflict is unavoidable.
Yes.
It's everywhere.
So, but somebody might decide not to get more involved. They rather choose to deal with their own conflicts themselves,
Isn't it?
rather than involving another person.
But I think where someone would actually say like they don't want anything to avoid conflict is that like if conflict, we can have a conflict that it's manageable. You see, you can able to resolve it.
Yes, issues.
Yeah, but when you're not able to resolve issues, like it's going to some extent, like you can't actually do something about it. That's very very.
That's when it gets messy.
That's when it gets messy. That's very very serious.
So if they choose to, avoid, conflict from people, and rather to be in a relationship, but to be single, I don't really blame them, because you see there are another way of conflict. Because that conflict might actually take one life.
Yes, yeah.
It might actually end in a bad way.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
So before you're arguing with your partner or anybody that you're in a relationship with, it might lead to something that you're going to regret.
Exactly. Okay, look at, as you're saying now, like different things can bring conflict, as we said, your finances.
Yes.
Different perspective. You have a different
reasoning.
Yes, you have a different opinion, and that person has a different opinion.
And before you know what's everybody's
arguments, or manipulative behaviors.
Narcissists.
Oh my God. So there are so many things that are different. Even emotional
abuse.
Emotional abuse.
Yes,
you see.
yes. Psychological, mental.
Yes, it affects.
Physical.
And maybe the other way around, you having a relationship and something like substance abuse.
Yes.
So when people are abusing, so all those things, addictions, all these things bring conflict.
So somebody will say, I rather stay away from all this drama and be myself and just live my peaceful life and just be lonely on my own and stay on my own.
Exactly.
Somebody might actually decide to be single does not mean that they are lonely.
Yeah,
like what you said now. I'd rather be on my own than getting entangled with conflict or with people that will end my life before my time.
Exactly, because actually, like if it's someone that has a problematic behavior, you are not, if you are in a relationship with the person or they are just your significant other, you are not sure of what they are going to do in the next minute.
No.
You're not even sure of what they are going to do to themselves.
Yes.
You see? So for you to avoid these kind of things, for someone to like say, okay, I don't want conflict, I don't want drama, okay, I'm gonna stay on my own, I think it's a good reason.
Because
it's a fair reason,
because it's not even
them.
easy
because it can be threatening. If it's not resolved, your life can it can be life threatening.
And it's not easy to even say you want to change somebody.
Exactly.
They couldn't even change themselves while they were young growing. So is it when they are adult they have to change themselves? You understand what I mean? So they can only try to, they can kind of like maybe change their character for that moment.
For those who understand. Or for those who understand.
Some people might decide to change, but it's not promised. Okay, now while we're going on, we still have maybe another reason why someone might decide to prefer to be single. We talk about peace of mind.
Oh my, who doesn't like peace of mind?
On my way coming here, I was just discussing with my friend. I said, I think it's time for me to bring the traditional way of living.
How?
Because I think the world is going digital now. A lot of things are happening. You come online, you see different kind of scary stories that puts you off. You kind of ask yourself, where is humanity?
Yes.
Okay, you might just be single on your own and you get online and start seeing things because you want I want to give a relationship a chance, but you go online, you start seeing stories of people.
You start even seeing videos of husband and wife
victims fighting.
And you will see, I saw one the other day, like the husband and wife, they were actually fighting and you see their child.
The children in front of them.
Their child was there crying, like literally. Even I couldn't even
watch it.
Stand the view of
talk less of a child witnessing that kind of a thing. So it's really, and I tend to ask myself, is it not high time I just go the traditional way, just see myself, get my way? I think I want to live in the in the village, places of living in township, in town, witnessing all this kind of things that are happening, and that alone can deter you from getting into relationship, seeing what is happening there. So I will say, okay, I rather choose my peace of mind with all these things, experience of things I'm just seeing and witnessing. No, let me just try to figure out something to have peace of mind for myself.
There's nothing to compare to peace of mind.
It's expensive.
Exactly.
It's not easy to come, even to buy.
But the thing is that I believe that for your peace, you have your peace. You understand? So you don't have to buy your peace because it is within you. So anything that costs you your peace doesn't worth it.
Exactly.
It doesn't worth it.
It's not worth it. So you just, but sometimes to even get that peace is not easy because you have a lot of things that are dragging you.
It's when you now have that comes when you have those relationships that are not healthy for you. They are not healthy around you.
So it's time for you to deal.
That's why you see someone that is single. They don't have to bother for anything, or like they have their peace. They are not dealing with someone who doesn't want to change. They're not dealing with someone who want to manipulate them. They're not dealing with someone who want to control them.
Yes.
Especially sometimes even how they maybe like their significant other can talk to them. Emotional abuse.
Yes.
They might not actually be physically abused, but you don't have, but
so
they devalue you, they devalue the person. So to avoid all those kind of things,
you choose to be alone.
Choose to be alone. You see,
be single
to
avoid drama. Yes. Okay, Chichi.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Another factor I'm going to put in there is some people might want to avoid going into relationship or because they don't want to feel lonely in a relationship.
Oh, you can be in a relationship and you can still be lonely.
And people out there might think
everything is rosy.
That everything is rosy, that everything is working out well, but actually it is not.
You got a good point.
So I think that kind of thing might be like when experience can come into. Like I think people that have witnessed that kind of situation, yes, they might be like, okay, I was in this before, I felt alone, I felt like for example, if the thing that will make you to actually know that you are alone in a relationship is that, for example, if you are always on your own, you are married,
you're not looked after.
You're always on your own, and maybe they don't want to discuss with you or put you into like
consideration
their decisions, decision making. Yes, they don't involve you.
Yes,
in decision making. They want to do something. The husband or the wife. It's not just about, because we are talking about. It's as if we are talking to men alone. No,
it's both
it's
ways.
Both. Yes,
both ways.
So they are doing their own thing, and you are there.
They are not carrying you along.
They are not carrying you along. You see,
and you feel lonely.
You feel lonely.
Yet you are into relationship.
You are into relationship, or they abandon you, or you feel. There is a place I was reading. Someone said, you feel that you have to check their phones every time.
Oh,
so
I get you.
It shows that you are lonely. You see, so why would you be able? Why would you want to be checking their phones every time? So that means something is actually going on, or your instinct,
is telling you something. So and not involving you, not carrying you along. That thing makes somebody feel very lonely.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and one thing about feeling lonely. Like loneliness is not even your emotions are being affected. Even your body as well, your body functions. You see, when you feeling lonely, it opens ways. It's like giving an opportunity for someone to fall sick or to be unhealthy. To fall sick. Or to be unhealthy.
Yes.
You see, emotionally,
and you'll be eating anyhow.
Yeah, anxiety too.
Yes.
Yeah, it affects you. It just like you be stressed.
Yes.
Yeah, you'll be stressed. When you are stressed, your brain function. Your brain is already telling you that you are stressed. Thereby, at that time, it's releasing a stress hormone, that's cortisol, you see. And when that is released, your body is open to inflammation, to chronic disease, diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety, depression.
I forgot you are in the medical line. Yeah. Teach me more.
And depression, you see.
Yes,
those
right.
things. Loneliness is actually, you better stay on your own, or you are in a relationship where you feel lonely.
Yes.
It does your body function is.
Can I use myself as an example? I remember while I was in a relationship, and I got hurt, emotionally hurt. And I look at myself, I say, what is this? What am I really doing here? Why did I get myself involved in all these things? I would have, decided to just stay on my own lane, do my own thing. And that actually, because I was going through that emotional, a problem, and a moment then, I started eating anyhow.
You see? Yeah.
And before, just to get something doing something for myself, before I know what's happened, I started adding weight.
You see? Yeah.
And I remember she always tell me about the worst place you can add weight is in the stomach.
Yeah, your tummy, isn't it?
Your tummy, because it's very easy to add weight, but it's very hard to lose.
And you are, and someone that has all those fat added in their stomach area around their tummy.
Yeah,
they are prone to chronic diseases like diabetes, hypertension, even high cholesterol.
Wow.
So
yes,
all
and
those,
I remember visiting the doctor then, and it was like, okay, you have to mind what you eat. You might have to look out for your mental health, your emotions. Then it began to dawn on me like, oh, this is what I have to do, all these things to have my own way of deterring myself from all these things.
Exactly.
You have a good point. That's really good. Yes. Another reason again can be lack of support.
That happens when when the person is committed.
Yes.
Like in a relationship that they are committed with.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
In it.
Yes. And you're not getting the support that you want.
Yes.
That you're looking forward to. The support, the main thing that made you get into this relationship in the first place. But you're not getting that support. The support can come in different ways. It can come financially, emotionally, physically.
Yes.
When you need the person, they are not there.
Yeah.
You're crying. Even when when the money gets into the family, it's time to do some expenses, but the person doesn't really bring out their own money to help and support you. But you end up spending your own money. And when it gets to the person, okay, finally the person gets to maybe their salary or gets their wages, whatever it is, they just spend it on themselves. That's selfishness.
Yeah.
And when you tend to ask them, oh, what about the money I'm just making an example, giving an example. Well, what about the money you just got now? What about it? Can't you just bring it? Let's, support ourselves. Like the person who said, I'll do it after. So when you look at all these things, you say, oh no, I don't want all this drama.
Exactly.
I just prefer to be on my own, single, because I don't want to get myself entangled with this whole thing and thereby leading to something else that I don't want to.
Exactly. Like you said, support can come in different ways.
Yes.
Like even physical support. You can see someone like maybe something was bothering them and no one to talk to voice out those things. And even normally, like physically.
Yeah, but you're seeing yourself in a relationship.
You're seeing yourself in a relationship and physically, even just giving somebody a hug alone.
It goes a long way.
A hug alone, at least the person will be relieved. But you see, even some in that relationship, even to get that hug is something.
It's something else.
Yeah, you have to go and buy it.
You have to ask, and even you have to ask for it, before that comes. Yeah, you're right. Okay. Yes. So, and my darling, I hope you're listening. Guys, I hope you guys are listening. Don't forget to drop your views, okay, under this video, this podcast, okay? And we're all here to learn.
Yeah.
All right?
Yes.
So, and some people actually, another thing is that some people actually have not healed, enough. They've not healed from the things inside them for them to be ready to go into a relationship. Yes. Because
so
they've got different
something
experiences
inside them. So it's not like in this aspect. It's not about somebody.
Now
it's about them.
Themselves.
Yes, it's about the within
person.
them, the person. The person. Themselves.
You're right. Yes.
So it's actually like they have to heal. They want that moment for them to get healed, for them to try to work out some things in them, or work out some things around them before they make a decision whether to
get into a relationship or not.
That or not.
Yeah, that's a good reason.
Yeah, that's a good reason anyway. Talking about all this whole thing, you see, one thing I believe is that I'm never married. You understand? But I believe that there's some people out there that enjoy their relationship.
Yes.
So that someone is choosing to be single does not mean that they want. It depends on what they want. That it does not mean that people that are in relationship don't have a good.
Yeah, we still have to respect.
Yes. So if you have a healthy, committed relationship or a marriage that is healthy, I think there's a pleasure in it.
Yes.
And it can last forever.
Yes. Like I said earlier, I made mention, it's not good to be alone.
Yeah. It can last forever.
Yes.
So
if it's working out, enjoy it.
Yes. It's a kind of where you work out to be partners. You have work out to marriage. I think is a kind of or relationship. It had to be a partnership. Like you support me, as you said, lack of support. You support me, I support you. Some of them that have healthy relationship too, they are able to support your dreams too. Even that dream
help you.
Yeah, help you
achieve it.
Yeah, I know. Like some people, like maybe some of them were not educated when they got married.
That's the experience I'm talking about.
Yeah, when they got married, and maybe their significant other or their boyfriend or whosoever, they always want to. They will support them to achieve their dreams. You see, and it's just like someone that is always procrastinating. So if you don't have someone that give you a pat at the back, like okay,
to pull you up, to help you out.
You have to do this, or maybe this application is coming,
to motivate you
have to do this, and so that you can be able to start something for yourself, you see, to improve yourself.
Or even trying to some comments, like, we talk about some comments. Someone might want to say, okay, the reason why
I threw this thing. I think where you're coming from, your comment, I threw it in a group where I was. Yes, okay, I was part of. So I think that was what.
Okay, somebody said here.
Let's hear.
Somebody commented and said, "Oh, the reason why I would prefer to be single over relationship is this: I don't have to share the remote." I don't have the TV remote. I eat what I like when I like. The toilet seat is always down.
They got me on that one.
They continue though. Said, I can enjoy my own company, or if I choose other people's company, I can stretch out and own the whole bed. That's so cool. That's so cool.
This person actually wants everything, just like that toilet seat. Because me, I'm not.
Don't want anybody tell you, oh, you're supposed to flush this toilet. You have to do this one.
No, actually, you have to. The person has to flush toilet.
Yes.
I think the toilet seat you're talking about. When they said when you open the toilet, you're supposed to close the toilet seat. Especially there is this video like was circulating online that lots of microorganisms come out from the toilet when it's open.
So you need to close it.
You need to close
before
it.
You flush it.
But some people, even after you have
used
it.
Yes.
So you still need to close it because they were using a microscope to check the toothpaste and things in the toilet.
Yes.
They saw lots of viruses and bacteria and all those microorganisms. Organisms. So I think it's about some people, they are not used to like close it, and they'll be having an argument. You didn't close it.
I closed it. I did this one. And before I know it escalates.
Nobody's going to tell you. Okay, he's talking about eating. Nobody's going to say, I want to eat this fried plantain today or egg today.
Somebody said, no, I know. I choose scrambled egg.
I choose some or make me poundo. Today.
So dictating to you what you want to eat or not.
And look at that bed thing that he said. He said he had to like stretch. He don't have to share his bed with somebody.
Another comment reads, someone said, I don't need a relationship to be happy. I just love doing what I want and when I want to do it. There is no one asking me questions. Now, that's what I call peaceful.
Exactly. So he's talking from his
they are
own
all
point
entitled to their own opinion.
own point of view. Yes.
Okay.
You don't have to owe anybody any explanation. Your destiny is in your hands.
Yes, I love this other comment. It says there is a right and a wrong way to love and to be loved. Many can't understand the basics.
You see, so it's about commitment. It's about trying to looking for ways to sort out things. Like if there is conflict, and I think in a relationship, if communication is lacking, so it will affect it. So it actually needs to be openness, honesty, communication. You see,
humanity.
So you see, it has to everything. You have to work it out because we have a conflict in everything that we do. So, but when you put these things are supposed to be in place. So you see, even their relationship goes on well. So you see yourself getting along with each other.
Another comment reads: if you can't be in a relationship or marriage with your soulmate, your one, or the love of your life, you are just settling, I think it's better to learn to find happiness alone. So this person is talking about if you can't be able to manage it.
If you can't be able to find your soulmate, like if you can't be able to find who your bone of the bone is,
works out for both of you together. So you rather just stay alone.
Exactly. It's just that when you marry someone who is your friend, that's
your
you
sweetheart.
and your friend, like you people are friends, and then you have common interests together. So you get along easily. So you want to visit the same place. You want to
do things
together
and align together.
So I think that's where the person is coming from. It's you. If you don't, because it's easy that way. It might not. You have your ups and downs,
especially,
but you good times and bad times. But you are able to sort them out. Because you agree together. You are in agreement with that person. But that's what I think he's saying now.
Let me just chip in something here. Culture comes in here.
Okay.
Because we are all different. You know, we have different cultural backgrounds. You know, for example, where I come from, a woman is not meant to go and ask a man out. You know, but we have it in other different cultures. You can just feel this is what you want and you ask the man out. It doesn't really matter. And in this situation, when a woman can do that, even though they feel they love someone or they like someone, they might decide, okay, because they might actually do it and it works out for them. You know what I mean? And,
but when in a culture when it's not allowed,
in a culture where it's not allowed,
it's not seen as a normal thing.
They see if you go out and ask a man out, you know, for marriage or whatever, they see it sounds weird. It looks like a taboo. A man is meant to walk up to you because you, as a lady, man, you're important, you're beautiful, you carry yourself, so you don't have to let yourself down to go and ask a man out. You know what I mean? So I think when it comes to that, so many people can't find their soulmates.
Oh, you get a point there.
You know, in that
so
aspect.
we wouldn't forget that. It's not that they are making a decision
on their own. That might be a contribution.
To stay alone. So there's something
attributed to that. So because they can't do that, in that culture, in that situation, in that environment, they might decide to be alone, having, you know, there's faith and hope that it might happen one day.
Yes, it might happen one day.
So
yes.
So
that's very.
I hope we've all said some important points for you guys here and interesting. But you guys, don't forget, you can air your view down the comment section, and you know, we're all here to learn, like I said.
Yes.
Okay, Shishi.
Yeah. I think we have discussed some things.
Yes.
You know, as I said, the reasons and the factors contributing to staying alone or being single is endless.
Yes, it's endless.
Yeah, the factors are endless.
Yes.
You see, so it's about what you want, your decisions, and what actually that you want to roll out with.
Yes.
So in your life.
Yes. So quickly before you stop, I want to talk about foundation. Foundation is how you've been raised.
Okay.
You know,
yes.
It can actually contribute the reason why people, what they've experienced. It all comes on that experience, what they've seen. Another one is about like experience, how they've been treated, maybe depression or shock from the experience of the relationship. Emotional abuse, like we said it before, and the way they've been, you know, treated. So that can actually contribute to the reason why they want to remain single or not being in a relationship. So
so that's it.
Yes.
So to conclude, in these things. So I would say, Anita, what would you say about the conclusion?
I would say, see, to be honest, I would say, I know sometimes life has taught me a lesson. I'm speaking out of experience, and it got to a level I said, okay, you know what? I'm just going to decide to be alone instead of being in a relationship. Just to carry my cross and do my things my own way. It came to a certain moment or period where I had the peace of mind. I can make my own decisions. I can do my own thing. I can learn from even my own mistakes. I can have my own quiet time with myself and with God.
Your solitude time.
Yes, I can actually have without somebody bossing me around, without somebody interfering in my life. I can do my things. I can wear what I want. It might not look okay in front of other people sometimes, but I don't care about people's opinion, so that because the moment I start thinking about what people say, that gets to me, and everybody reacts to different things. Everybody has different way they react to things that happens to them. So I would say from my own experience, sometimes I love being, I prefer to be single. But the other way around, life is about two ways. That does not mean that I wouldn't want to give a relationship a trial.
It's just like what that person said.
Yes.
That if you don't have your soulmate.
Yes.
So what?
Yes. I wouldn't want to.
We pray to have our
soulmate.
Isn't
pray.
it?
Yeah, I pray to have my own soulmate when it comes at its own time, but I wouldn't rush it because experience has taught me a lot.
Exactly.
I wouldn't want to make the same mistake again. So my own reason, my own opinion might be different from yours. That's why Chichi said it's endless.
Yeah, it's endless.
The factors towards all this, and they're endless. So I would say, but at the same time, if I find a soulmate, I would like to try that, because the more you advance in age, it's not good for you to stay alone.
Even the Bible said it's not good for a man to
live alone.
Yeah.
So that is my honest opinion. I hope you don't get me wrong. Okay, so that is where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
So, but in another way round, for you to be mentally stable, psychologically, you still have to preserve your space, take care of yourself, make sure that you're not
self-care.
Make sure that you're not putting out yourself there to be, in a way,
to be vulnerable.
Yeah, or maybe in a risky way. You just decide to make your own decision until when you're prepared. Don't rush it.
Yeah.
Okay, take your time. Okay, until when the right time comes, because there's always a light at the end of the tunnel.
Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. That's an interesting one there.
Yeah.
So I would say that in another way that this boils down to life satisfaction.
Yeah.
You see, when you talk about life satisfaction, is a bit, for me, I would say is a bit complicated. Like each and every one of us has different things that we want to be satisfied with. So it's my life satisfaction is different from some other. Is different from another person's own. You see, so life satisfaction is boiled down. What do you actually? Because you can't. To even satisfy somebody like in everything 100%,
it's hard.
It's hard.
You haven't even satisfied yourself.
Exactly. You always
talk less of satisfying an adult.
Exactly. Talk less of even satisfying someone else there.
Yeah.
So
I get you.
See, it's boiled down to life satisfaction. So it's just like someone who is naturally grumpy.
Yeah.
They're always grumpy. Even if that person is or maybe someone that is manipulative, even that person is single, even if that they're married tomorrow or they go into a committed relationship, don't be surprised that they will still be grumpy.
That is who they are. They can't change. So I get where you're coming from.
Yeah, except if the person actually work on themselves, like, okay, that this is where I get it wrong, so I have to improve myself also. So it's all about that. And all these things boil down to it goes to like what actually we go back to what we said. It's about your dreams. It's about your desire, what you want in life,
self-consciousness.
So so for you to make a decision,
your mental health.
So for you to make a decision to stay single or to be in a relationship, is up to you.
Based on experience. Your foundation.
Exactly.
Your mental health, like I said earlier, your happiness.
Yes. So
comes first. So make your decision and make sure that you're making the right decision. All right, guys.
So
we've come to the end of today's podcast. And don't forget to share, like, leave your comments down below the video. And remember, we're all here to learn.
Remember to always listen to us, but you may not take our suggestion.
Yeah, but it's good to sometimes.
But it's good to suggest
take one or two.
Yeah,
to work out, because we're all here.
Yeah,
we are just we can't know it all ourselves.
Yeah, we don't know. We still learn anyway.
Yeah, we're still
so that's
learning.
why we come together to discuss things.
Yes.
You see,
and remember, here we are being real. We're being real. There's nothing like manipulating. We're just talking it the way it is.
Yeah, no pretense. This is life matters.
This is about reality of life.
Yes,
we don't know how to pretend. No, we just tell you guys the way it is. Okay, my people.
Girl. So if you are listening to us, I know, like, if you are listening to us, so this is what we have to tell you. Like, okay, and we thank you for putting up that question for us.
Yes.
So it's actually opened our eyes, actually made us to even reason more and like even try to know more about
I'm taking a whole lot from this
exactly today. And try to know more about this relationship matters in single and being
single and not single
and not single. So it's actually make me to even think back and sit down and think about my life or what else,
well, that's actually what life is all about.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just to be optimistic. You see. Yeah. Thank you, girl, for
bringing up that question.
Guys. Yeah. So listen to us to any of your favorite podcasts. Yeah, streaming, whatever. Just
any channel.
Any channel.
Any channel. We are there on YouTube. Okay. We're there on
Spotify, Amazon, iTunes,
podcast. So you can just listen to us. Okay. We want to thank you guys for listening and also watching us. Okay. Remember, we love you guys.
We love you guys.
Okay. And don't forget to share. Okay. It's a lovely community that we are building. We are all here for each other.
Exactly.
Okay. We can't live in this world alone. Okay, we're all here with one love, and remember, in everything, put humanity first.
Yes,
over anything, and have time for God.
Be kind out there.
Be kind out there. Thank you guys, and see you next time in our podcast. It's Keeping Tracks with the Browns, a life-changing
podcast.
Yeah, see you guys. Bye.
Love you.
Love you.
Bye.